I've got some cool stuff. Come look.
Okay.
Take care.
We both don't want to be with each other. Let us know if you need anything, you two. Have fun, kids.
See you.
See you later, son. Play nice. Okay, you lead him to your room, puffing out your chest a little at the sight of your treasures. There were lots of stuffed animals, a cool bed, and a window to look out to. It was a great room. You hadn't had anyone to show it to in a while, but you were really proud of it. He leaned in a little closer to one of your drawings on the wall. I like this. Me too. I drew that. Thank you. I don't. No, I wouldn't hang that up if I didn't like that. So I would yell I drew that as a kid, cause I stay like extroverted and I think I'll grow introverted. Even though I would not have that trauma. But like, oh well, let's see. Cool. You smiled at him. You were proud of that particular what's going on? Particular piece of art, and you were glad he noticed. He turned to look around the room a little more, studying the books on your desk and the pictures on the wall. You started to feel a bit nervous. You felt the atmosphere was kind of awkward. You were glad for the company. You hoped you liked your room. Awkward. I think as a kid, I did like playing alone. But I think here I would be glad for the company. Like I probably would try to like talk all the time to this kid about myself. It was nice to have someone new to play with. When his eyes landed on a tiny box of beach things you'd collected, tucked away by your door, he took a step forward towards it, before hesitating and pointing at it instead. Aww. What's that? I hoard stuff I found on the beach.
Oh.
Do you have any driftwood in there? Dragging the box into the middle of the room, you and Cove flopped down next to it. I do. Look! You guessed it to a piece of the bottom, still covered with specks of sand.
Neat.
Neat. This is a good collection. You got the sense from the tone of his voice that he wasn't just saying it to be nice, or to be like Shiloh. He actually meant it, Shiloh, that little bitch. I forgot about Shiloh. Shiloh? He's friends with my older sister, and he's supposed to hang out here this afternoon. Do I have to see him? You don't have to do anything, but he's going to be here. Anyway, I found this gigantic shell here stuck to an even bigger rock. He pulled out a seashell after seashell, explaining where you'd gotten each one, and holding them up against the light. I would totally do that. Just, like, forget Shiloh. Let's talk about my shit. There were big ones, small ones, pink and purple, and orange. Most of them washed off in the bathroom sink when you brought them home, cleaning off the sand. Over the past few years, you'd even learned some of their significant names. The collection was huge and varied, that you had lots of funny stories to tell about. Oh my god, I don't think I can record that long. My speech. The collection was huge and varied, that you had lots of funny stories to tell for all of them. Your voice faltered a little bit, but you kept going as best as you could. As a kid, I had like books about like dinosaurs and shit. I think I did learn their names back then, but I forgot them. So I think before obsessed, I think myself in here would be over the ocean. I would learn their significant names. Yeah. You had a whole picture book dedicated to different shells and sea life. You learned a lot by flipping through the pages. Yeah, that sounds like me. I would totally have a book like that. Maybe I even had one and I just don't remember. Apparently fascinated either by the stories or by the shells themselves, Cove listened with what looked like the full force of his attention. It was a new experience to be the center of such dedicated focus, cause Shiloh only ever cared about Lizzie, this little bitch. Even though I was important. I am important. Impotent. Important. Even if it was only directed at the shells, I still gonna burst in that energy. Kids, come down to the living room. You could tell that the idea was making him unhappy, but Mommy wasn't giving you much of a chance to hang around. Cove hadn't been like this meeting you. You guessed it was because he thinks you found each other by accident. Not that his parents made it happen. Okay, that's the same text like all my other playthroughs. Aww. That's cute though. Mr. Holt must be right that telling Cove his dad was part of that would be a bad idea. Before you knew it, you both been escorted downstairs and deposited in the living room, ready for Shiloh's visit. Oh, he didn't take the box of seashells down with him? Oh, so that's different. Nice, okay. That's interesting. The two of you sat side by side on the floor of your home's entryway. Oh. I take it back. He took it with him. I bought the box of I bought the box of shells. I wanna keep looking at them. Great. Okay, but be careful. You should have asked. I think I would be like, okay, be careful though. I will. You weren't sure if you could trust someone else with your treasures yet, so you stayed next to him while he opened the lid and peered inside. Cove reached in and pulled out a big orange shell. Oh, like he hadn't spoken out loud yet. He turned to you and held it up, his eyes shining. I think this is one of the best of them. That's my favorite too. I like a different one best. I can show it to you. You can take it. It's orange, so I think I probably would be like, I like a different more than you, more than the one you like. I show it to you. You reach into the box to take out the one you preferred. Cove looked on with interest. The two of you were still sitting on the floor looking into your collection of beach findings when the doorbell finally rang. Cove jumped, startled by the sound. Since the person hadn't knocked, you figured it was probably sweet Shiloh. You knew where to look for that. Lizzie's friend. You nodded, but it didn't seem to make Cove feel better. It was already obvious that Cove didn't hide his feelings well. You could tell that what he was thinking. It was already obvious that Cove didn't hide his feelings well. You could tell what he was thinking right away. This isn't a good idea. It's just Shiloh. And where would you even go? He's at our only door, and if you go upstairs, he'll find you. Cove glanced around the room, his eyes wide, and he finally paused with his gaze locked onto the back of the house. I can't go out the window. He was already walking towards it. Scrambling to think of something to say, we stepped forward, then paused. Do you want to break your other arm? Shiloh is the least scary person alive. I saw that and I was like, yeah. Cheer up, Shiloh is gonna like you. Please don't get hurt. I'll come with you. I think my dumbass, I would not like Shiloh. Cause he just likes Lizzie and I'm not important to him, and kid me, I'm important. So, good idea, let's go! Hurry, they'll see where we're going. The thing is, I did run away as a kid from people that went over to my house to play, cause I think it was funny, and they run after us, like with our friends, which is mean to do. But like, I'm gonna be that kid. He glanced back at you, then nodded. The two of you made your way to the window together. It wasn't much of a distance to clamber out, but by the time you landed gently in the bushes, you looked up to see that Cove was already taking off away. Okay. You looked up to see that Cove was already taken off away from the house. It was fast, but you knew you could outrun him if you had to. He was not that fast. You knew you could outrun him if you had to. He was not that fast, but neither were you. At that speed, you weren't sure if you could go fast enough to reach him. I liked sports as a kid, so I think I would be like, he's not that fast. I could outrun him if I needed to. Cove! You ran as fast as your legs would take you, grass whipping around your ankles as you did. Cautiously, Cove slowed to a halt and looked back at you. Where are you going? I don't know. Somewhere else. I just don't want to see... Gee! You looked back and saw Shiloh huffing down the hill after you. The backpack he clutched, bouncing all around along the way. What are you doing? Can I come? Oh, no, Shiloh. He must have seen you leaving out the window and followed behind.
Hi.
Oh, hi. Are you Cove?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Shiloh. Okay. Yep. Are we going back, or are we gonna play outside? Shiloh's eyes moved between you and Cove. The smile remained strong on his face. It got a tiny frown from Cove in response. You were just grateful he hadn't asked why you had been running away. Inside, we left the box on the floor. My stuff! We need to get it before someone steps on it!
Okay.
Okay. There's Shiloh trailing behind you. You and Cove headed back towards the house. Plan of the afternoon, at least as far as you were concerned, was to sit and look at the beach things some more. Oh my god, I think I need to finish this recording to where the things are that you can like choose. Because my English isn't keeping up with myself. Yeah. You weren't really in the mood to do much of anything else. This is a scallop shell. I found it last week. Kept it because it looked neat. It's a pretty color. I kinda like my cast. The beautiful glittering pink did look a little bit like the wrap around his arm. Pink is a nice color. Okay.
Oh?
Is it your favorite? Not really. What is it? Maybe green, no, blue. Might be yellow. Oh, those are all cool.
I guess.
Yeah. I like those colors too. There are better colors. Not sure how to deal with this sudden, more awkward silence. You look back at your shells. You said blue and like green. I like those colors too. Not orange or yellow, but like I like those colors too.
Awesome.
Yeah, Shiloh. Like usual, it didn't take long for Shiloh to get fidgety. Lizzie was his favorite. Without her around, Shiloh didn't seem to know what to do with himself. And Cove wasn't like your sister. He wasn't that much like you either. Is Lizzie coming back? Don't know. Where did she go? I think she's at the beach, probably. Is she playing at her park? Cove's eyes lit up at the mention of the park, and he looked towards you. There's a park? Yep, but it's old. Can you show me? I wanna go. Oh, it's so cute. He started getting up before you had even answered, and Shiloh jumped up beside him in excitement. Really? You do? You do too, right, G? The park is fun. I love it. The park is pretty neat. No. No. I love the park, Emma. I love it.
Yeah.
Right. It's right at the beach, so there's lots of fun stuff to do. And lots of sand. It has a jungle gym and a bunch of swings. That sounds like it could be cool. So, are we going to find Lizzie? I don't know. I never really wanted to see her. I just wanted to check out the park. Adrift without any direction, Shiloh finally turned to you. Okay. You perked up. Both boys wanted to go. It was only fair. Oh. That's different. I think I could choose if I wanted to go or not. The other times I played. But okay, yeah. It was only fair. After getting permission from your moms, the three of you were ready to head out. It was a short walk to the park. Lizzie had convinced your mom that it was so short she should always be allowed to walk there by herself. When you found her, she was hanging on the jungle gym, swinging back and forth. Hey Lizzie! Her face lit up when she saw you, her big brown eyes going wide. Gee, Shiloh! Hi! She dropped to the ground and landed with a soft thud in the sand. In a split second, Shiloh had abandoned you two and scrambled over to stand by her. You were used to being left out when it was just the three of you, but now Cove was here. You weren't sure if this was an improvement. It was an improvement. His attention needs to be on me, on Kid Me, cause I am important. Who's that? It's Cove. He's new.
Hi.
Oh, I remember. Hi, Cove. Welcome to my park. Everybody here nobody ever comes to play here, so this is where we get up. Oh my god. Nobody ever comes to play here, so this is where we get together. She gestured widely with her arms, as if to present the area to the newcomer. Without interrupting Lizzie's speech, Cove whispered in That's new. That got me like, oh, wait, what? Without interrupting Lizzie's speech, Cove whispered in your ear, quiet enough that the others wouldn't overhear. I thought kids couldn't own places like parks or hills. Ayo, you getting sassy with me now, boy? She couldn't help but laugh a little bit. Oh, that's new. Oh, I love that. I love seeing new stuff. Even though this is the first time I'm recording it, I'm still seeing new things. It's so, oh my god. While Lizzie continued talking, you took the chance to kick off your shoes and wiggle your toes to the warm sand. Nice, huh? In this neighborhood, I'm the one who comes up with ideas. That's not true. I have better ideas, Cove. You are?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh, I am. Who else would be able to handle the job? Lizzie is the oldest. By a lot. My mom says you're G's age.
Yeah.
Thought so. I'm still the only one in the group with double digits. What about other kids? Other kids? There aren't any. We're the only kids here. Shiloh's just visiting from another place. Not even tourists really bring their kids here. This is the land of ancients. Be careful that the oldies don't try to steal your youth.
Oh.
Aww. For a second, it looked like he might cry again. But something in his eyes shifted and he looked back at Lizzie. What kind of old people? Like moms and dads and grandparents? Grandparents who don't have kids. They hate kids. Why? We haven't done anything. Only some of them don't like kids. Stop saying stuff like that. You're gonna upset him. Yeah, they're really bad. What would I say? I think I would say like only some of them don't like kids. You interjected quickly, hoping Lizzie wouldn't take things too far. Cove sniffled, his forehead creasing with worry. Lizzie was staring Cove down, but Cove wasn't even looking at her anymore. He didn't seem to care that she was there. He went into his own head. Shiloh was the next one to speak, completely unaware of the situation. I meet Lizzie and she in school. We'll see tons of kids there when summer's over. I don't want to go to a new school. I don't want summer to end. Shiloh looked down to the dirt. He hasn't had much luck striking up conversations with Cove. I like summer vacation a lot too. All the building tension in the air suddenly vanished when Lizzie laughed. At Shiloh's discomfort at how weird she thought Cove was, at something else entirely you really didn't know, but she laughed and his face scrunched up.
Okay.
Well, welcome to Sunset Bird Cove. Take a seat, put up your feet, and get used to it. Well, that was wide. Oh, okay. For the rest of summer, Cove was always there. Saw her more often than Shiloh, and on some days when she was in a bad... What? Also, and on some days when she was in a bad mood or busy, you even saw her more than Lizzie. You became a staple of your everyday life, the way sun and lunch and the beach were. That first summer, you hadn't really been interested in him one way or another. It was just kind of a fact of life. Someone you meet because he was there. Of course, that was only the start of things. Okay, there are the DLC things. I haven't seen those. I know these ones. Like these ones, I know them. These ones are all new. I'm going in blind. Are these all of them? Okay, so those are like, I think, memories that we'll live through. Yeah, sleepover, runaway, barbecue, ghost, never. I'm so excited for these. But I'm gonna play the shopping one, and then I'm gonna stop this recording and record, I think, tomorrow again, cause my English doesn't want to work with me. And I want to be able to read stuff better. So let's do this one, and I'm gonna stop the recording. Let's go shopping. Cove's dead. Come back before it gets dark. All right, sport? The familiar voice drifted across the street and drew your attention away from the snails you'd been watching inch slowly across the pavement. Okay. Cove waited in front of his dad, pushing his green hair back of his face from where the breeze was blowing it over his glasses. He looked to be paying only mild amount of attention as he was being handed a few slips of green paper. Ah, I know about that. Yeah, it reminded you of when you first met Mr. Holden. Although he's probably not paying Cove to be friends with himself. Cove's dad seemed to feel your gaze somehow, or maybe you made a noise, because a second later his eyes were on you. He waved you over with a smile. He looked happy to see you, but you still felt a little weird for getting caught. You've got to learn to be more sneaky. You pushed your hands together to free them of sand, then jogged over to join the two.
How's it going?
Good to see you again. What excitement are you up to today, Chi? Stuff? Oh, this is also new. My first playthrough, I think my character said nothing much. The second one, she told them that I was watching snails, and now she said stuff. That's okay. Stuff. Oh yeah. Oh, that's complete. That's new. Oh, that's. I found a really cool snail across the road. He was slimy with funny eyes and a nice shell. Mr. Holden grinned at your enthusiasm. After you finished answering the question, Mr. Holden's attention returned to Cove, who was preoccupied with folding the bill he had into a tiny rectangle. Sounds fun. You know, Cove was about to hit the stores by the beach. Why don't you go with him? You shrugged. Cove was in the process to make a similar motion. You didn't have anything else to do and you hadn't been to the stores in a few days. Maybe there was something new to look at. Maybe? Is that okay?
I guess.
I was going by myself, but I guess it is. You don't have to. Oh, we really don't like each other. It's so sad, because I know how he is when you do like each other. Great, I'm sure you guys will have lots of fun. Mr. Warden reached into his pocket and pulled out a leather-filled wallet with money. Found it odd since your mom only ever seemed to have cards in theirs. Here. He leaned in to pass a crisp 10 to Cove, giving him a wink and whispering, "It's something for your friend too." Sure.
Good kid.
That's my boy. Cove's dad ruffled his son's hair as he was straightening his back up. Bill in his hand still held out towards the green-haired boy. Take care. Cove accepted the bill after a second and slipped it into his pocket. Then, with one last nod to his dad, he turned and started walking. He followed after him, intrigued at the possibilities this outing might bring. Cove strayed towards the gentle tide, creeping up the sand, and you found the place beside him. It was a nice day. The sun was shining and there wasn't many clouds in the sky, though the wind coming off the ocean kept it from being too hot. You took in a deep breath, enjoying the scent of salt and ocean air. When you looked at Cove, he was dragging his feet through the sand a little. You slowed down to wait for him, his eyes searching the ground intently. Intently? Yeah. Are you looking for snails? Are you looking for shells? What is it? You didn't feel the need to ask why. I think snails doesn't make sense cause we're on the beach. Upward? No. I think I would ask, like, are you looking for shells? Cove Cove was a little bit startled. At the sound of your voice, and mumbled, sort of. If you see any, can you let me know? You could manage that. You dropped your view to the sand, walking carefully so you didn't step on any. You were good at finding shells. You had lots of them at home. I always found new ones whenever you visited the beach. The comforting sound of waves filled the silence with pleasant, white noise, and you played a little game with yourself as you walked along, getting as close to the water as possible without getting wet. It resulted in you having to run up to the sand quickly when a wave rushed in, more than a few times, and although Cove threw a few glances your way, he didn't say a word. I'm just having fun by myself. Sounds just like child me. You didn't either. What did you want to go to the shops for? What do you usually do on the beach? I think I would ask, what do you want to go to the shops for? I need a new sand pail. What is a sand pail? Yeah? What happened to your old one? Cove narrowed his eyes, seeming to think deeply for a second.
Whoa.
It disappeared. What? Really? Cove ducked his head down, lacing his fingers behind his back. It didn't seem like he was going to continue, so you nudged his arm. How did that happen? Well, Cove opened his mouth, then shut it again, considering. Took it to the beach one day. Huh? When I got home, it wasn't anywhere. You left it here? Nope, it wasn't at the beach when I went back. Then you lost it. you lost that. It disappeared.
So...
What about you? What do you do out here? I like it that we like don't like each other, but it seems like we're necking each other all the time. It's cute. I don't come to the beach a lot. I like swimming. I like looking at fish. I like to build sandcastles. Nothing. As a kid, I was a bit traumatized by swimming, but I don't think I would be traumatized here. I like fish though. Like fish are pretty. But I think I would say like I like swimming. Cove's lip curled up in a small smile. Me too. It occurred to you that you hadn't been swimming in a while. There was just so much to do before school starts up again and so little time. Till you don't have summer vacation anymore and it's just normal days of summer where you work. Makes me wish I had summer vacation again. Because it's a different feeling if you have it like when you know, school and stuff. Once you reach the shopping area, the noise level grew exponentially. Okay. No longer just waves and footsteps, but the chatter of people enjoying the lovely summer day. The call of birds trying to find bits of food left behind, and lots of salespeople trying to get attention. You sniffed the air as you walked beside Cove. You could smell the ocean, but there were other scents now too. Pizza, pretzels, hot donuts. It was nice. It was not very nice. It was alright. No, it's nice. It was so nice. The energy surrounding the area seemed to fill you, and there was a bounce in your step as you began looking at all the familiar sights. There were so many things to do, and you didn't know where to begin. You looked at Cove, hoping he was just as excited as you were. Cove was glancing from one side of the street to the other with a look in his aquamarine eyes that you couldn't quite work out. What's that? He pointed at a large crowd of people gathering near a few tables with a large, colorful umbrella blooming from their middles. You couldn't see past the adults who were blocking the way, but you knew there was something worth seeing. Without another word, the two of you hurried over to see what all the commotion was about. Feast your eyes on the amazing Alexander. In the center of the crowd was a man with a tall head and a funny green coat that had 3 long tails. There was a little table next to him with cloth hanging over it that read, "The Amazing Alexander" in a glittering golden script. Why tell people his name if it's already on a sign? Cove hummed with understanding, then turned to walk away, just as the amazing Alexander began shuffling a deck of cards. I want to see the show! Oh my god. Okay, interesting. Last time I could choose if I wanted to see it or not. But this time I'm just like extrovert. I'm like, I want to see it! I don't care if you leave me, Cove, I'm staying here! Cove glanced back at the man. He then briefly lifted his arms up off his sides before returning them to place. What? Cove glanced back at the man. He then briefly lifted his arms up off his sides before returning them to place.
Okay.
Okay. He may not be impressed, but at least he didn't ditch you. I thought he might ditch me, so yeah, it's nice. You grinned, waving for him to follow you as he raced back to stand in the crowd. With that it began. The magic man pulled one card off the deck, showing it to the curious onlookers. It was a 4 of diamonds. Watch closely. You did, squeezing to a few of the adults onlookers to get a better view. Suddenly, the man snapped his fingers and the card just disappeared. Wow! Cove's like, it disappeared, just like your pen thing. The amazing Alexander, who had earned his title, turned his head and looked directly at you. He reached out with a kind smile. What's that behind your ear? Nothing. Tell me! You backed away. No, tell me, amazing Alexander. This had to be going somewhere, and you needed to find out. It smelled like popcorn and candy when he stepped closer. It was great. You felt a tug, and then he pulled the 4 of diamonds.